Hello, my friends, and welcome to this week's episode of the Greenlight Weekend Podcast. The Greenlight Weekend Podcast is sponsored by Dead Room Comedy. Dead Room Comedy is a production company and comedy group based in Denver, Colorado. You can check out their website, deadroomcomedy.com, where you can find out all their information. You can also follow them at Dead Room Comedy on Instagram and Facebook, where you can find sketches, stand-up clips, and find out all the information on their live shows that have now resumed. Comedy is back, folks. It's coming in slow. It's outside. It's a weird fucking thing, but we're telling jokes again, and it's fucking awesome. I hate coronavirus, as does everybody, but this whole fucking shutdown and stuff has really been a shitty thing for comedy. But throughout that, Dead Room Comedy paid comics to submit jokes for their weekly one-liners, and things like that are awesome. I fully support anybody who's willing to pay comics anything. And, so support them, Dead Room Comedy. They were actually down here this last weekend. They did some shows, went really good. I had the pleasure of hosting one of them, and it was just a really fun time. I fucking love those boys. Support Dead Room Comedy. Our guest today is a great comic. She's been in the scene for a little over a year. She's gone through ups and downs like we all have, but she's powered through. She's told me many times that she wanted to quit comedy because she was just in a fucking valley, Comedy's peaks and valleys, but she powered through. She kept going. She's a good friend now. She's Emma Z. She's the host of the Starlight Lounge, open mic every Tuesday, which was the only mic that would give us time during most of the quarantine. So I am forever indebted to the Starlight Lounge for just giving me a place to do comedy. I know I've talked shit about that mic multiple times, but it's still a place to do comedy. Even if you have to resort to crowd work just to get a reaction, just to get them to pay attention to you, it's a great place to work out crowd work. You know what I mean? As a comic, just a mic and 5 minutes is all I can ask for. So shout out to the Starlight Lounge and Matt McDermott and Emma Z, obviously. We had a really good podcast. It was a pretty inside baseball podcast. We talked a lot of comedy. So if you're into that, you're really going to dig this. If you're not, I think you still might dig this. We talked a lot of dicks. We talked about Emma's roommates, who are also comedians, so we felt free just saying all their personal shit. It was a really fun time. They've also been on the podcast, Trevin and Jadrian. A little shout out in the intro there. So we're going to get this going. Before we start, I want to shout out the Whiskey Reel podcast, local Durango based podcast. They're killing it lately. I am very impressed with their ability to convert current events into content, and also they tell me about a bunch of good music. So check out the Whiskey Reel. They're fucking awesome. We've had Bobby and Aaron in recently, and we're about to have Sean Moe on. It's hard to schedule with people that are super busy, but we're going to have them on soon, and it's going to be a fucking banger. And shout out to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for the intro, outro music. They are dear friends of mine. I fucking love them. Ethan Esparza showing us love all the way from Norway. And obviously, James Mirabal and Evan Stambler are here in Durango, Colorado, two of my best friends, and they supplied us with this song. It is called Wake Up. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, episode 112 with the powerful Emma Z.
Everybody step with still haven't fulfilled a whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm rocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate money, ready for a bigger step. For the true next, somebody coming at your neck. I could have died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills. And imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals. Giants that I be racing, I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican, beating my chest like, yeah, what my name is.
Emma Z in the building. Emma Z's here. What's up,
Hi.
Emma Z? How you doing?
Oh, I'm tired, but I'm good.
Tired but good.
That's kind of my life story, really. It's just
That's
tired
most
but good.
people's life story.
Yeah. Once you hit like past 22, I think that's just like how it goes for everyone. You know?
just gotta take your vitamins, girl. Because I'm not tired.
No?
Not anymore.
Even though you're day drinking?
I wasn't really day drinking. I had 2 Kolsch earlier today, and then I had half of an IPA. I had 2 12-ounce Kolsch and half an IPA, and then I stopped drinking.
Yeah, I'm probably pretty close to that. I had 2 shift beers this morning. Well, I had 2 beers before work this morning,
Yeah.
like when they give us our beers, and then shift beer after work. So
Yeah, I took it very easy today. Like I was saying before, like with moving soon,
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking risk getting to do. I mean, like I wasn't ever stupid about it really, but there was times when I took a little bit more risk than necessary. But now I just, dude, I swear to God, if I get stuck here for something stupid like that, my life's over.
Why do you hate it so much here?
It's not that I hate it so much here. It's that I'm excited to get where I'm going. I'm very eager and anxious to start in the Atlanta comedy scene because I think it's going to be a little intimidating.
Fuck yeah.
And a little tough. And so I'm just, the sooner that's the way I deal with anxiety is I just attack it.
Right.
The thing I want to start doing. And then I'll get comfortable sooner. The sooner I get there, the sooner I get comfortable there.
I predict you having like 2 or 3 really good sets, like your first
At
sets, and then
first.
start eating shit.
Yeah. I could see that, dude. I'll be the new
It
guy.
just seems to be what happens.
I know, dude.
Like everybody will be excited at first, and then the first time you tell the same joke, like that the crowd's heard or that the comics have even heard,
Yeah.
they're just like, ah, fuck this guy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really excited.
Once the excitement wears off, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, once you get so used to people's material, you actually see them growing and see
Yeah.
the material evolving, and that
You
then
notice-
that becomes the fun part. You know?
Yeah. You notice little differences.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Max about all of this last night. We were talking about you specifically too, because we were like, "Damn, we're gonna miss Dave when he's gone." And then I like got emotional about your wife leaving too.
Oh.
But yeah, I was talking to Max because like I think that was I'm good. I think that was like his 3rd show maybe, and he got really excited about what a good room it was and like
Yeah. Tell us about last night.
Will you
Dude.
bring your mic with you just a little
yeah,
more?
Like
just a little
where-
more, like,
Yeah, there you
here.
go.
Okay.
Where exactly was it, and what was it like?
So it was at this really cute little like cafe in Pagosa. It was called Aqua Soul Eatery and Cafe or Brew Pub or some shit like
How
that.
many seats you think?
Well, so they had like this outside deck area that was all tented with like heaters and shit in there. So
Nice.
it was kind of like the idea of what we have going at 11th Street, just like
But heated.
warmer
Yeah.
and like
Oh,
not
nice.
wind permeating everything.
Yeah.
Are
But
there walls around it?
yeah, so it like
Nice.
it was sweet with like the little plasticky windows and shit, so some light was coming in. But like
Word.
we had a DJ in the back. He got fucking hammered throughout the night. It was hilarious. He kept trying
Was
to
he
buy
a,
me drinks.
a local guy?
Yeah, local guy. So yeah, there was like the entire tent area was completely fucking packed. There was people like lined up outside of the tent area, and then the building where they served all the food and shit also completely packed. So it was incredible. Like I was saying just like shit that wasn't even funny and people were laughing, and I was like, "Oh, so this is how Dave Chappelle feels." You know?
Yeah,
Like,
all the time. Well, Dave Chappelle doesn't say anything that's not funny.
I don't know. I watched a stand up and he like just said like a normal human sentence and people were laughing, and I
They-
was just like, this
yeah.
is like the level I want to get to someday. You know?
Just go to Pagosa.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. No, it was incredible, and I mean, like the people who like host or the people who owned the venue were so nice. Like the lady, she comped all of our food and drinks.
Love that.
Betsy set up a tip jar for us. I made out with like $25 that night.
Damn,
people
and
were like,
free food and drinks.
yeah, like that was
Nice.
the best show I think I've ever been on, and
Comedy.
yeah, that like like walking away with $25 normally, you're just like, okay, like that's a shitty shift, But
Right.
then
But when
comedy, when it's comedy, you're like, oh my god, I actually got paid for this
To do what I love, yeah.
Yeah,
That's how I always felt when we went to Dolores. Like
Yeah.
I would try to pay for beer and they'd be like, "Nah, dude, that was a
Yeah.
great set. That
Yeah.
shit was awesome."
Yeah.
You know?
That's the best compliment is when someone buys you a drink afterwards.
Yeah.
Especially like, my money was no good there.
Yeah,
Like they were
yeah.
just like, "No, dude, you're good."
Yeah, that's like the Pagosa thing. It being a good show made me start thinking like Dolores, Cortez, all these small towns, man. We have
'Cause
some
they're hungry for it.
I guess so. Yeah, we have some really killer shows.
Even the
out
first
there.
time we did the Billy Goat was great. The second time they were
That's
like, "Oh,
Bayfield,
these
right?
fags are back," but
Yeah.
the first time was awesome. Yeah,
Oh, I forgot about the Billy Goat show.
You performed there twice,
2 or 3 times. Yeah, every time they had one, I don't remember.
and it was only good the first time.
It got worse.
Yeah,
It went downhill.
that's funny.
And I was telling new jokes, it wasn't the
Yeah.
same set at
Yeah.
all, and they just got over it. But
Fair
I don't know.
enough.
The first time I told a bunch of redneck material, and they were like, "I fucking like this guy."
Yeah, of
you know?
course.
So maybe that was
You're at
it.
a place called the Billy Goat Saloon, dude.
Oh, I know. When I show up on my motorcycle, I get a discount. That's awesome.
Wait, really?
They like bikers.
They give the last person that should drive drunk on a motorcycle cheaper booze.
I only had a beer.
Yeah, but
I'm a
sure
gentleman.
other people don't.
Well, if you're on a motorcycle, you're less likely to kill somebody else.
Just
Fair
yourself.
enough.
compared to a big truck. You know,
Yeah.
big truck takes out a family. Small car usually just compresses like a beer can. Motorcycle, that's all you, dog.
Yep.
So
So how much time did you do?
So like they were super chill with like me doing whatever, but I prepared for a 5-minute set, so I stayed within, the normal range of that.
5 to 6
Yeah, like I did 5 to 6.
with laughs.
Yeah, lots of laughs. I actually paused.
Well, the
when
laughs
I needed
take
to.
more time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden you're doing 6 if you're in a really good room.
Yeah.
Or you have to cut a joke. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like tooting my own horn. Laugh Therapy was the best room in the fucking world. But there was so many times where I had a joke or two left.
Yeah.
And Ryan was flashing me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
I know.
That's not 5 minutes of material, but when you're getting that much laughs, like
you
it
gotta
really cuts
stop.
out of your set.
Yeah.
But
Like-
then you just, then you just end on a big laugh. That's a better problem to
No,
have.
it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know how it is when you want to get one more joke,
know.
especially when you're doing good and
Yeah.
you're like, this is the one that's going to fuck them up.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's-
Like that level of excitement you get building, and then you see the light and you're like, how short can I make this joke?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And
I
make it
actually-
make sense.
For the first time ever, just a few laugh therapies ago, I was like, Ryan, can I do one more? Like
Yeah.
when he gave me the light, it's like, can I just do one more real quick? And I only went over like a minute, but
Yeah.
I was just like, or maybe not maybe like 30
If you're doing
seconds.
good, a minute's not a big deal. But if you're doing bad, a minute's an eternity.
Yeah.
More
Oh, yeah.
people might walk out. Like, you know what I
More
mean?
than
Once you
likely.
hit that 5-minute mark, if you've been bombing and people see the light, and if you do another minute and bomb, like you
Yeah.
might lose audience members. Like,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
etiquette to this shit, and that's
yeah.
why.
Yep.
Don't
Absolutely.
fuck the comics after you.
Yeah. Hey, dude, how did Max do last night?
Oh, Max did fucking awesome, man. Like he threw in some
Cute
one
as
night.
ever.
Cute as a button.
Absolutely adorable. He roasted some of the Pagosa people. It
Did
was-
he?
Yeah. He was like, I saw more dreadlocks here than I've seen in Durango, and I thought they had a bunch. So he did really good. It was cute to like watch him be so excited afterwards. Like he wouldn't shut up about how exciting it was to like do a good room because
Yeah.
he's new to this, and
Yeah,
like
very.
there's nothing that beats the feeling of that first show where you have a really good room and you just fucking slay. you
Yeah.
It
know?
makes you keep doing it.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's like the conversation we had on the drive back, is
Yeah.
like just talking about like comedians and how, we'll start and get those first couple sets in and you're like laughing, people are like giving you the laughs that you think that you want.
Compliments,
And,
buying you drinks and shit.
yeah, and then you like about a month in, you're just eating shit constantly because
get
everybody's
used to
like they're used to you. Yeah, they've heard those jokes. If you're not writing new shit, and then sometimes the new shit doesn't hit the way you think it's going to, and
More than half the time.
oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's how it was for me this week before before the actual show that I did. I mean, those mics, I was doing terrible at the mics.
But you also took 2 weeks off. That's hard.
Yeah, it was. I mean, especially like, I don't know, sitting around at my house and like getting high and doing projects. Like I wasn't totally like comedy brained at that point,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
coming back after 2 weeks, I'm like, wait, how do I do this again?
It's hard to write comedy when you're not experiencing anything. Like
Yeah.
when nothing weird is happening to you. Like the best jokes I have were from when I was fucking Tinder dating and shit because the weirdest shit would happen.
Yeah,
And
no
I'd be
shit.
like, that's a joke.
Every day.
You know? Yeah. But with the quarantine and the less comedy and, I live with my girlfriend, single dude, like there's nothing crazy happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to work, I come home, like, you
Yeah.
can't tell jokes that happen in the back of house because they're all racist. Like,
This is true.
it's so much fun.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's funny because like before me and Christopher got together, like I was actually in denial about liking him because I wanted to stay single because comedy is better from like single people, like I could tell dating
That's
stories
arguable.
and
It's super
I mean,
arguable.
but he ended up giving me material, but like for
Right.
a long time I was like I need to stay single because I can write more jokes about being single than like being in a relationship.
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
all fun and
Yeah.
games if you're in a shitty relationship. But if you find a good relationship, like, okay, now you've graduated from that first stage of comedy where it's all fucking sex jokes and
Yeah.
just random hookup jokes.
Yeah.
Like those are a great way to get into comedy, but yeah, as you grow as a person, your material has to grow too, and it has to be
Yes.
more about thoughts and like how you view the world rather than just like I fucked this chick and
Yeah.
she had a dick. Surprise. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's got one of those.
Dude.
The chick dick fucker.
Yeah.
I have to say I don't have that one, but
I'm just kidding. No, not everybody has one.
Neither does Bailey. Even though the other day he was like, dick doesn't taste like ham. I was like, how the fuck do you know?
Yeah.
I still agree with Bailey though, and also if the dick tastes like ham, like tell them to go shower or
Ew.
maybe see a doctor.
Tell them.
It
Tell
was the
them to
sweat,
fuck
Emma.
off.
Okay, it was the sweat.
Okay.
The
Why-
testosterone sweat.
All right. Apparently, I don't know. I still haven't like experienced any dude that has sweat that tastes like ham.
Well, either have I, but it was a funny line. Okay.
Okay. No, it's a great joke. I'm not saying like anything against the joke. I'm just saying I don't think dick tastes like ham either.
Yeah. It turns out the funny part of most of my jokes are lies. Weird.
Yeah. What? People lie during their comedy? That's,
Oh, what?
I thought we were all
Sometimes.
just completely honest all the time. You know?
Although the first time I hooked up with a single mom, I was like, I could maybe be a stepdad. Like,
Yeah.
that was wild.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy when I finally got a face to the name on that one.
That happened to a lot of people in town.
Yeah.
Wait,
well,
do I know who this lady is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really? You gotta tell me later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And I can't believe you never. I didn't know it was like.
yeah, we're not gonna expose her on the show, but she
No.
comes to a lot of comedy. Or did.
What?
Yeah. Well, and she like drunkenly accosted me in a bar one
Oh,
night,
yeah.
and she was like trying to make out with me, and I was like, "You're fucking
At the same
hammered,
time?
dude. Like, I'm not gonna go there." And then the next
Yeah.
time I saw her, she was just mortified, and I was like, "Well, okay, maybe I missed my window, but I'm not a scumbag, so." Oh, well."
Man, I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
You
excited.
definitely know her.
Really?
100%.
I would have never guessed.
Like a Steamworks
hey,
regular.
what about the power lifter? Do we know her?
No, that was all made up, actually.
Oh,
I was trying to
no.
write a joke about catfishing because it kept happening. I kept showing up on dates and been
Right.
like, when the fuck is this picture from?
Well, you can still make it a joke about cat. I mean, you essentially do.
Right. But that's one day. It was right before a mic, and James and Evan showed up, and we were talking mad shit. And I was like, I know a dick when I taste one, and it hit me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, that's the fucking joke.
That's the punchline. That's the
I was
punchline.
so excited. I was
Yeah.
like, you guys can't leave now. Like, watch this.
Yeah.
That was the first time I wrote like a legit closer.
that
and,
was that's
like
still
a
great
walk-off
joke.
joke, you know?
For some reason, the past couple times you did it, it just didn't land how it used to. Or are you misspeaking it a little
I'm
bit?
tweaking it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Because that joke used to crush every single time
Yeah.
you closed with it, dude. And then at
But I
Laugh
think
Therapy,
there was also
something
that.
happened.
I also think there was that thing where I was like the new guy, and like for a while it was like,
Oh.
wow, this kid's pretty funny. Like
Yeah.
when you're new and you're actually you got jokes, like
Yeah.
people are super impressed.
Right.
But when people expect that of you, and I'm not saying people think I'm good, but like, you know, I'm one of
Yeah,
the
they do.
longer term comics in Durango now.
Yeah.
And it's I mean, you got to work harder. There's
Yeah.
a higher expectation. And
Yeah.
especially if you're off one night and you have trouble controlling the crowd or just like controlling your own thoughts and like
Yeah.
my mind spirals sometimes.
Yeah.
Like right before a set or, you know, in the middle of a set. Lately, once I'm on stage, I'm just like whatever happens, I don't give a shit. I'm
Yeah.
doing my
Yeah.
time. But you always want to do good.
Yeah.
There's no
Every time.
escaping that.
Yeah.
There's no escaping, like, especially when you're doing poorly. Like at the Starlight, like trying to joke and nobody pays attention. And then
Yeah.
you talk shit about somebody and everybody laughs. You're like, all right, I need more material. Da, da, da. Like,
Yeah.
like just scanning the room for anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Problem with Starlight though is I distract myself with the games on
I
TV.
know, bro.
Like
it drives me crazy.
I used to get upset when the crowd
Audience.
when the audience was looking at the TV, and now sometimes at Starlight, if it's not going great, I'll just start watching the game. Dude.
How about Max bombing and then getting distracted by the TV as
yeah?
the host?
Oh, that was really.
Oh,
You
God,
missed.
I'm so
yeah.
sad I missed that. I really didn't
was
want
a
Max to host while I was in quarantine, but
It was a weird show,
he
man.
bombed so magnificently. I've never seen anybody do that poorly hosting. And we laughed for a while, for
Like,
2 hours.
oh God,
yeah.
I love that. I mean, last week, or I guess it was technically this week, but like, fuck, you were at that one. Brian, you missed it, but
The
this
Starlight,
week's
yeah.
this week's Starlight was a fucking nightmare shit show. Nobody had it together.
No,
I
not
was
at
a
all.
total mess. I was tripping over everything, even though I was stone cold sober.
Yeah.
Like it was bad, but it's what made it so great. You know, Max had a full meltdown on stage. He forgot his
man.
own jokes. jokes and
I
like
love
God,
that.
that just got such a laugh.
Yeah, that was
Sometimes
hilarious.
the best mics are the worst mics, you know.
Yeah.
That's what it was when he hosted.
Yeah.
It was like the worst, but we laughed
We
so
had
hard at
two audience members. Max walked the other 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Like before anybody went up. He did like 3 minutes and walked most of the room.
Oh
yeah.
my God.
And I tried
'Cause
doing
he was
crowd
like,
work.
Oh,
They
I
were
feel
like,
bad.
they were probably like, this is too painful to watch.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it was
it's,
rough.
It's not even.
And
that-
we're just laughing at
Yeah.
him, obviously.
Yeah. Oh,
God
that's
damn it.
great.
It was so funny.
That was.
Last night, I literally told him, I was like, I'm definitely making you host again. And I think that was like one of the last things I said to him, too, before I got out of the car. Out of the car. I was
Yeah.
just like, yeah, I'm making you host again. And he seemed very uneasy. And now I know why. So, but I just like,
Did
I
he
need
really?
to see it. Yeah, he definitely seemed like not about it.
Oh,
but-
dude, yeah. You should definitely make him do it soon.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I think Callie's up next. 'Cause
Okay.
she really wants to do it again, but I also
Yeah,
am
she did-
taking like 2
She
weeks
also
to.
ate shit last time she hosted.
I thought she did well.
she did
I
like
just
45 seconds and was like, I'm fucking this up. We're going to start the show.
That's
but
true.
her jokes in between comics, like her roasts of all of us, was
Oh,
spot
yeah.
on. and
She's the best
phenomenal.
at it.
She's
yeah.
really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I love getting roasted. I actually have this idea because I'm coming up on the 1-year anniversary of hosting the Starlight mic. I kind of want to do like a roast of the Starlight / Emma Z / Matt McDermott, like kind of
Okay.
open
Heard
mic
that.
night. And
Yeah.
I think it would be fun, man.
Okay,
like,
that would be very fun.
and, you know, like, because I know we're all roasting each other for this Friendsgiving thing, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
But,
Wait, what is this again? Is this the one that's at
Switchback?
Yeah, Switchback, yeah.
That's at least what Jill was saying the other day.
So I
is
guess
that-
we need to start writing roast jokes for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our David Oakley send-off.
Yeah.
When is it? November.
I think it's
The
the
29th, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got a fucking month to write some roast jokes about
Yeah.
you fucks. Okay, cool.
Some people I already have
I
them
completely
down.
forgot about that. I was the last one to find out. I was like, dude, you can't not tell. You can't like pop up and do like, hey, this is a surprise roast.
Right.
Like that's not fair. It gives. It doesn't give it. Everybody needs ample time to prepare.
Yeah.
You know.
Agreed.
Now it's on.
It is.
Yeah, dude. You guys are gonna burn.
I've got like
Probably.
8,000 jokes for Trevin and Jay, and that's about it at this point, you know.
Yeah.
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
All
guys
men are
don't
too
live with them,
mean.
though.
All men are too mean about Trevor.
Nope.
I've
Go for
roasted
it.
the shit out of Jadrian on stage, and he handles it very
He
Oh,
well.
God,
loves it,
He
dude. Like-
loves getting roasted. It's like one of his favorite things. If he's in a bad mood, I'll roast him, and he feels better. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing, dude. That's the power of comedy, man. And
Yeah.
especially roast. Roasts are my favorite. Roasting is what got me kind of started into comedy.
Yeah.
Because I just love the art form. I love like that it's really showing love for somebody, but doing it in a joking, mockingly way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does get too real, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. But like,
Potholes in your face.
yeah, I kind of felt bad about that, but I did it
That
anyway.
made me so happy.
Yeah. What he's talking about is at the roast of Jacob Jonas and Josh Emerson. I told Josh, I said he looked like a skateboarder that tripped over all the potholes in your face,
Oh my God, dude.
and I felt bad. He took it. He seemed to take it well.
Oh, he handled it well.
He might secretly hate me after that, but that was a fun one, dude. I roasted the shit out of those guys. That was a lot of fun, dude. That was the first show of the night. I had another big one at the Strader right after that, and that went well too.
Yeah.
That was a good night. I was in the worst mood ever.
I
that
remember
day.
we went to dinner together.
Did we?
Yeah, and then we
Cute.
went to the roast, and then I think
you
we
guys, like,
went and
dress
sat on
up
the
and-
roof at Fired Up.
I don't think I was with you. You were with Phil.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
with
that was
Kat.
a different Schrader show.
Yeah. I was with Kat that day because we had fought the whole night before, and we're up all night, and I was just in the shittiest mood. I did not feel funny. I did not feel like I could do good, and I guess I just channeled that energy and put it towards
Well, yeah, and if you
Task
get to
at hand.
warm up with a little roast of your friends,
yeah,
that's fun.
and that went pretty well. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. I was like, these might be too mean.
Just in front of Jonas's dad. And,
Yeah, in front of and then Josh's mom was there too.
Yeah.
I think
well, Josh's mom is a G.
she's awesome, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah. She's one of the coolest ladies ever.
Yeah.
We used to switch off buying each other drinks, and she never let me forget when she bought me a drink. She'd be
Really?
like-
That's
She'd
bad.
be like, so remember that beer I bought you last week? Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
no matter how broke I was at the moment. Just
Yeah.
like, I'll buy you a drink. Shit.
Yeah, she was amazing.
Especially at the ranch when we used to get $2 beers.
Oh my god.
That was
Remember how those are the glory days.
Yeah.
Can't believe I'm saying shit like that, but Corona's made it that way.
Dude, it was amazing. I mean, granted, it shut down at the ranch before.
But we were gonna start up.
Oh yeah, we were
Right
yeah,
after-
Drew was about to have
yeah.
it back.
Yeah, at the end of March.
Yeah.
Yep. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, and fuck, dude, March I was booked for 4 different shows.
Yeah.
I was so ready. I was so
Yeah.
about it.
I had
was
to
like,
cancel like 3 or 4 of my shows.
Yeah,
that I had-
just 4 shows like down the shitter immediately, and it was it was depressing.
Yeah. But I mean, you record your sets, right?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah. So when we first started, remember the Rotary Park show? The first one
Yeah.
after quarantine?
Yeah.
That was fucking scary for me. I mean, it went well, but like just the nerves I felt before because we hadn't done comedy in so long.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then fucking, I felt like I was building from there. And then a couple weeks ago, I went back and listened to my recordings from March. And I was like, oh, I was way better.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like, I was so tight then.
Yeah.
But I've actually adapted some of those jokes into my shit now. You
Good.
know? But I can't believe it took me this long to fucking go back and listen to this. Like, that was the best I ever was, probably. Like, I
Well,
might
that
have a
was-
little better hosting presence and whatever now.
Yeah.
But as far as, like, sharp joke writing, I was on to
Yeah,
something
because
there,
we
you
were
know?
going up 3 to 4 times a week.
I was on to something.
We were going up 3 times a week and every other week 4 times.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot for a small town. Dude, I hear people on
Back when we had
podcasts.
the Roost, we could do
That's what I
5
meant.
sets
Monday,
a week.
Tuesday. Didn't we do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah. And then Friday at the Rabbit Hole for a minute. And
Yeah.
then if we had Laugh Therapy, that was 5.
Yeah, 5 every other week. Or yeah, it was 4 every week solid, and then 5 once a month because
Yeah,
Laugh
yeah.
Therapy was once a month at that time.
Yeah,
That
I
was
remember,
amazing.
Like at that point too, my fucking boss was getting mad at me for requesting all of the nights off, and he was like, "How many mics do you need to go to, Emma?" And I was like,
All of them. Yeah.
We talked about this when you hired me. Like,
Yeah.
comedy is more important than this fucking job
Yeah,
any day of
fuck
the
right.
week.
Yeah,
So
I told my bosses all that as well.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I was scheduled to fucking work last night, and I was like, I requested this off. I have a comedy show. Like, I will no call, no show if I have a comedy show, and I warned you. You know,
Yeah.
like.
Yeah,
you
as long as you
can
want.
suck my dick. I'm going and I'm doing comedy.
Especially as a manager, like you've worked your way up to a certain
yeah.
amount of respect, you know? Like
Mhm.
I feel like managers pretty much, as long as they give the notice and whatever, can damn near do what they want, you know?
Yeah,
They just
well,
gotta figure out
and
how to fix it.
Yeah.
It really helps dating the assistant
yeah.
manager too.
Oh,
you
is that
know?
where you met Christopher?
Yeah. So have you not
Oh.
heard this story? Of
No.
like, okay, so
He doesn't watch your comedy, Emma.
Okay. That's great.
Well, if it's in your comedy, then yeah,
No,
I've heard
well,
it.
it's kind of in my comedy.
But I mean,
so,
it's still a comedy set. I haven't
Yeah.
heard the actual story. I don't think.
so the actual story is like I was walking around town applying for jobs because like the place I was working at the time were kind of dicking me over financially, and I was just like, I need something real that I know will give me a paycheck. And I had just applied at the Strader, and I was like walking back to my place when I still was living above the ranch, and I saw the now hiring sign at Grassburger, and I was like, fuck it. It doesn't hurt to put in applications places. I had no like intention of like wanting to work there at all. I was just like, fuck it, you know? And then I walk in, and there at the counter is this gorgeous, dark-skinned, long, black hair, gauged ears fucking man, and I was like, he's very good looking. So I immediately was a little more serious about like applying. I sat down with the pen and paper and like filled it out there in the store, handed it to him, and he was like, well, did you want to see a manager? And I was like, yeah, sure. And got hired on the spot, and then like immediately went and checked the schedule. I was like, Christopher Hernandez, I wonder if that's him. And sure enough it was.
Yeah.
And I was so fucking excited
Yeah.
like to be working with this hot guy. And then turned out he was super nerdy, so
So
it
you
all
guys hit
worked
it
out.
off. So have
Yeah.
you guys been? How long you been together now? A year.
Almost, yeah. Like we made it official in February, but like started hooking up before then, you know.
Uh-huh.
And there was like several months of that, like will they, won't they, like Jim and Pam shit, you know. Like we went on a lot of dates, and I was very like reserved about it. I was like, I don't know if I'm ready for like a real relationship, like. You know, I was like, I've got comedy and I'm a crazy person and I like drinking a lot, and like so much has changed because
Yeah.
of that relationship, you know? Like
It's crazy.
I'm like 26 days sober right now.
Good for
like
you,
who
girl.
The fuck am
I know, because you were getting fucking sloshed.
Oh yeah.
Like for a while. I mean, I'm not one to talk. I mean, I do too,
Yeah.
but it was times when it affected your comedy. Like
Oh, yeah, for
you'd be
sure.
hammered trying to do comedy and then get real upset when things didn't go well.
Yeah.
I remember,
Yeah.
that was rough. But I'm proud of you. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Almost a month. Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean, fuck, dude. Like, so many people last night were trying to buy me drinks, and I could have had so much alcohol for free last night, and
Yeah.
I just drank cold brew coffees and then didn't sleep
stayed up all
last
night.
night. Yeah. Woke
that
up at like
happens to me.
7:45 this morning, and I was like, "Why did I drink like 3 fucking cold brews at this show?"
Because it has flavor.
Yeah, I just didn't
Exactly,
want to, like,
just not water.
yeah, and like if you keep it black, people think you're drinking a stout, and they'll kind of leave you alone about like, "Oh, you need a beer?" And I'm like, "No, I'm good." It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's difficult. Like, I think that's been the hardest part is really just like being around people and like, you know,
yeah.
just how insistent people can be
In
about
this
drinking.
area?
Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
yeah. Like the other night, I was at I was hosting Starlight, and Matt was like, "So you want a shot or something?" And I was like, "Actually, I'm sober right now." And he started fucking laughing at me so hard. And I was like, "What?" And he was like, I can't see it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm, you know, however many days sober, and I'm thinking about just continuing on after October's over." And he was just like, started dying again. It was just like, "I'm sorry, but I don't believe that for 1 second." And I was like, "Well,
Prove him wrong, dude.
oh yeah, no. Now I like want to be sober forever just to like spite Matt
Yeah.
McDermott." You know, like
Yeah.
when people tell me I can't do something, I'm just like, "Fuck you, I'm doing it now."
Yeah.
So
Trump's president. 'Cause
Right?
Obama was like, "You'll never be president." He's like, "Fuck you,
Yep.
sir."
ugh.
Comic's the last person you don't want to challenge too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
We're
we'll rise to the occasion.
yeah. Well, and also I'm notoriously like incredibly stubborn, so you know I'm like, I have to prove everybody wrong, you know. And also, it's just nice to have the clarity. Like, I used to be like the chick who was like known for being wasted 24/7, and now people are like, "Who are you?" Like, I don't fucking know. I'm just sober.
That's good, and your sets have been getting better.
Yeah, no, that's one thing.
It's
I
not a
mean, even
coincidence.
before I stopped drinking, like I started doing sober sets and like making a point to like be mostly sober on stage because I like listened to one of my sets that I had done sober and I was like, "Oh, I'm so much better when I'm not drinking and going on stage." You know, like I used to think the drinking helped because I helped the nerves, but then I'd get up there and I just didn't care anymore, so I wasn't trying. And you know, when I'm sober, I'm nervous as fuck, which somehow helps. You know, like
It focuses
Yeah.
the mind. It's energy. Like
Yeah.
Dave was
Energy,
saying
yeah.
earlier. It's depending on how you want to use it. And it takes practice to fucking direct that energy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can fucking turn that nervous shit into like on stage energy,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
that's
That's the key. That's the key.
That was absolutely where I was at last night. Like I knew that it was a good room and I wasn't gonna like bomb, but that doesn't mean you're any less.
Yeah, but have you ever
nervous.
bombed in a good room? That's
yeah, for
way
sure,
worse.
yeah.
That's way worse
Yeah.
than bombing when everybody bombs. If everybody crushes and you bomb, that is the worst thing.
Done it.
Yeah.
In a backyard, that's not so bad.
Everybody crushed but me.
That's real. Sorry, bud.
Yeah. Oh no, it's okay. Don't be sorry. It made me
Wait,
better.
what was this?
It was a Nick's
Nick
first
Coffey's
backyard show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I missed all of those.
It was hilarious.
It
a lot-
literally made me better though, because I was like, I gotta be more prepared. I gotta write even more, and I've not bombed since then.
It was hilarious.
It was really, 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 really bad.
Well, I like remember when I first started going to the mics, and I wasn't even like doing stand up. I was just going every week because you know, again, I used to live above
That's
the
how.
ranch.
Yeah.
And the guy I was dating at the time was like, "Let's go down for comedy." And so we went down every single week. And I like remember when I first started going, like being totally honest, I thought you were terrible. You know, I did not think you were a very good comic.
I was very drunk
No,
most of the time then.
yeah,
too.
and like
But have you ever-
back then I would be like, "God, this fucking guy just needs to get off the stage." And you know, like obviously now, like
Have you ever
I-
hosted at the ranch? It's fucking hard.
yeah, it is.
It is hard to open up the night at the ranch.
oh, I'm sure, dude. That
Yeah.
God, that place is a shit
to
show.
quiet those fucks down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes you still can't.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like
Usually cocaine.
Yeah, it shuts the room up.
The first time I saw that, I was like, It's a magic trick.
Yeah.
And if I had to pull it out, I would. And then I'd just start yelling at him.
Yeah.
Dude, the amount of times I found cocaine like on the comedy nights at the ranch, it was impressive.
Wow.
Like just sitting on the
That
back of
never
the
happened to me
toilet.
once.
Yeah, I was gonna say that never happened to me.
I don't know. Girls are better at losing their shit, I feel like, in bar bathrooms. Like, I found Coke baggies in so many bathrooms in this
Nah,
town.
me.
So many
Girls are
times.
better at losing shit.
I'd walk into the bathroom and see people doing cocaine.
Yeah,
like
that-
not
Oh,
even
yeah.
in the stall, like right in front of the door where the whole bar sees
Yep.
you. They
Yep.
stop there to do cocaine.
Oh, I've been
yeah.
I've been on both sides of that situation.
Yeah. Oh, same.
Sometimes
no, I've been in the stall and somebody walked in from the basement
Uh huh.
when I'm doing cocaine. Like,
Yep.
oh, we cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the men's bathroom in the ranch is like. But
There's
I've
a door to
heard
the basement.
Yeah.
In the stall.
That's
So like you're sitting on the toilet,
Comfortable.
one side goes to the bathroom and one side goes to the basement.
Yeah, it's very
And it would just
uncomfortable.
open.
Yep. You wouldn't know when there was
Yeah.
employees down there.
what the fuck is up with the bathroom, like the men's bathrooms in bars in this town? Like I've been in the bathroom at the Roadhouse where
Rough.
it's just a fucking toilet.
No, that's an orgy room.
Yeah, no, I was actually telling a story about that bathroom this morning because me and my coworkers all talk about shit all the time.
Hmm.
I don't know what is it like. Is that a line cook thing or is it
Go
like
eat at Grassburger, everybody. No, we don't talk about shit.
we do
We
that?
talk about race like gentlemen.
Okay, yeah. Well, apparently the thing at Grassburger is like everybody likes talking about their poops there.
What?
Yeah, dude. Like everybody announces it. I was trained. Like if you need to take a bathroom break, you tell the person who's in charge of that shift, like whether you're going to shit or if you're just taking a piss. I'm not joking.
I think Christopher just made that rule up and tricked you into telling you because he wanted to know every time you were going. He was like, "What is this girl doing in
that
there?"
is
What's her diet like?
absolutely not Christopher's rule.
Yeah, right. I know him.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
Creep. No, he's not. No, he's not.
No, he's
at
a
all.
very
He's
nice
like
guy.
He's a
He's
super
like
nice
such
guy,
a
but-
gentleman. I don't know why he's with Emma.
Dude, me too, man. Sometimes I'm just like, what the fuck?
He is such a nice guy, dude.
He's so nice. But it'll totally catch you off guard. Like, sometimes he'll say shit and you're just like, what the fuck?
Really?
It just came out of your
Like
mouth.
offensive shit.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
Like,
Like, give
one
us an
night-
example.
Like racist.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like one night we were
Homophobic?
playing that fucking what's it called? That Jackbox Games thing. Fuck. I don't know.
No.
Trevin has it, and it's like this thing where they give you like these prompts, you know, and they're like, okay, like what kind of, you know, it's kind of like Mad Libs, but like a multiplayer version of it, and
That's
so.
fun.
Yeah, it's or like kind of like Cards Against Humanity, but you
Right.
get to choose how the sentence ends, and like some of the shit that he would post on there, I was just like, Jesus Christ, man! Like,
Yeah.
so raunchy, and I would be sitting there thinking like, oh, that was definitely Jadrian, you know,
Yeah.
and then like the thing would come up and it was Christopher and he's there just like bright red and
Smiling.
smirking and
Yeah.
just like real quiet, and I'm like, honey, look at you, you're disgusting.
He's
I
like
love
a
it.
comic, but just types.
Yeah, well, the other day somebody was like, "Oh, Christopher, when are you gonna get on stage?" And he was like, "Never." And I was like, "Good. Otherwise, we have to break up because
Yeah.
I don't want to compete with you for stage time and shows and shit. You know."
I don't feel like we have to compete too much. I feel like it gets shuffled around a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, generally whoever's hot gets a show.
Yeah.
Like hot.
Oh, yeah,
on,
yeah,
s-
yeah,
on
yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Like when you're in a hot
Yes,
streak. You
that's
know what I
true.
mean? Because
Oh.
everybody goes through cold streaks.
Well, and
but when
also-
you're on a hot streak, somebody's like, "Yo, I got a show next week."
Yeah.
And you're doing good right now.
Yeah,
so
that's how
and
it
everybody goes up and down. It's
Yeah.
like an acid trip, man. It's fucking
weird.
peaks
Yeah.
and valleys.
Well, the thing is like I got booked for 2 shows for this month while I was in quarantine. You know, like I
Nice.
wasn't doing shit.
One of
and
them
then,
is a LBGT show.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
drag
it's the Durango Pride
variety.
event. Yeah, one of the
I
variety
want to do a
shows.
pride show. Half my jokes are about gay shit.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I was actually talking to Elliot Weber about this last night. I just kind of jokingly was like, "Yeah, I'm the resident bisexual comic of Durango now," you know. And he was like, "Well, are you doing these pride shows?" And I was like, "Well, I'm actually doing one for the first time this next weekend, something like that."
Yeah.
Where's
So-
it at?
It's at the fairgrounds. I don't really know. I like have all the information, but I don't really know. where
Bailey's
it's
been
at.
holding it down for a minute.
Yeah, well, and
Oh, yeah.
Bailey's the reason I'm on that because
Yeah, yeah.
somebody dropped it, and Bailey was like, "Oh, Emma definitely should be on this.
And I'm not
so.
saying I want to do a pride show over somebody that's part of the LGBT community, but every time I go to one, they're fucking fun as shit.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think they're a great crowd.
Yeah, no,
They
they
would
are.
like my jokes.
I'm super nervous about this one actually, but I think it'll be
It's
good.
at the fairgrounds?
Yeah, and
That
I
could
mean,
be interesting.
yeah, I mean, and you have to like buy tables instead
Yeah.
of just tickets, you know. So like the people who are gonna be there like want to fucking be there, but you know, it's different with this, like because you know when I do like comedy shows, I know that these people are here like expecting to see comedy. You
Well,
know,
they're going
and
to see a variety show, which
Yeah.
is tough to do comedy at.
Yeah.
It really is.
We've done it.
We did it at the worst one possible.
really,
Yeah,
Where-
dude, they threw marshmallows at you if they wanted you to get off stage.
Oh, was this for Snowdown?
It was
shit?
not, dude. It was, or was it? No, it was during Snowdown.
Oh wait,
Maybe.
no,
it was
this?
his vaudeville show, is what it was, right? Is that what
Oh yeah, I
For Ben.
remember.
it was?
I remember that.
Dukenmeyer or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He's a cool dude.
He's awesome, dude. And
I've
it was
never met him.
It
like,
was wild, dude. Me and
directly.
Brian, we were like riding a fucking bucking bronco up there, dude, just trying to get out jokes.
I was catching
Fast
marshmallows,
enough.
throwing them back. It was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a video from that one, at least of your set, and I was like,
Yeah.
dude, that looks like a blast. I think I wanted
was
to
a
try
lot of
and do
fun,
that,
yeah.
but I was
It-
like stuck working.
But when, like, so they were like, you guys want to see comedy? And they're like, yeah, and all right, what do you pick, red or blue or whatever? And me and Dave had a color or whatever, and or D or B, whatever.
Yeah.
So Dave went up first, and he did like a minute. And like marshmallows flying, they're not paying attention at all. They're yelling and shit.
You just want to throw marshmallows.
Yeah,
at that
I kind
point.
of-
So he gets off stage.
I'm kind of grateful
and
I
then
went
the-
first, dude, because if I had seen you go up first and do it, I would have been like,
Yeah,
oh.
and then the host was like, okay, we were going to do the other comic later, but since that happened, bring up Brian Nitro. I was like, are you fucking serious?
And the funny thing is, he was like, yeah, prepare for like 7 minutes. So I had 7 minutes of
too.
material.
Oh man.
And I made it through maybe a minute and 10 seconds.
Oh man.
I think I did 2:30,
That's like it's
That's
like
good, dude.
but I was battling, yelling. That was
Yeah.
not. I was not telling jokes. I was yelling at these
Screaming.
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Oh, it was so
I
fun,
was so
though.
angry. It felt like I was in Farmington again, fighting for my life.
Yeah, dude.
God, that sounds I like just having like that much material prepared and then, you know, like not being able to finish it is kind of like
No,
when
when
you
I-
like sit down to masturbate and then all of your roommates come home and want to start talking to you through the door, you
So
know?
I saw Dave
Yeah.
on stage, and he started with like a long kind of bit, and they were not having it. Like
yeah.
it was,
That
and
was-
then I just started editing. I was writing on my hand, marking
Yeah.
shit out. Fucking was like, nope, this is too long. This is too long. Like just went with the quick hitters and
Yeah.
cocaine jokes
I
and
got
shit.
I got
Yeah.
like one quick one off. It went well, and then I went into a bit that was too long of a setup.
Yeah.
They gave him like 10 seconds, and they were just
That's too long. They're right, but I shouldn't have lost them. You have to be short and choppy at vaudeville shows,
Apparently, yeah. Just all one-liners.
yeah. Nobody's sitting down. Everybody's standing. They're armed with marshmallows. They want to throw them.
Oh yeah, and probably drunk as fuck
Oh,
too.
they're
Yeah.
not
Hammered.
sober. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
girls walking around
were
in like
drunk, dude.
fucking booty shorts and bunny ears, handing out marshmallows, selling marshmallows.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
fuck yeah. I want to go to one of those. That sounds like a fun time. But
It
I don't
was-
want to be a comic. I
Yeah.
just want to fucking throw marshmallows at
Dave
people.
followed
That
a
sounds
guy
great.
juggling fire or some shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
yeah, that's a hard act to follow for sure.
You'd be surprised.
was
It's
awesome.
super hard.
Yeah,
It was awesome. It was It was the weirdest show I've ever done, for
that
sure.
sounds phenomenal. I would love to see that happen again.
This is
I'll
so
do
funny.
it.
Yeah,
I'll do it again.
10 minutes later, I was like, fuck those motherfuckers. I would go up again if I could. Like, just
Yeah.
to see what I had, you know? And then I was a little more drunk, so I was getting aggressive.
Yeah. It
So
was
the-
it was a lot blessed.
The real question I have is like, what size were the marshmallows?
Full
Were they,
size.
like-
Full-size
oh,
marshmallows.
like the big ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like s'more marshmallows. Okay.
Oh yeah. They were tasty.
They weren't stale or anything, were they? Because those
Fresh.
those bitches get fucking hard.
Oh,
yeah,
still.
but they get lighter, so they don't fly as good.
That's true.
You need a little weight.
When I was a kid, my mom had this bag of marshmallows in the cabinet that she forgot about that had been open for something, and they were stale as fuck. And I wasn't allowed to eat sweets, so like those were my snack for the longest time. Was just
That's
stale
disgusting.
ass. Yeah, well, you know, don't deprive children of sugar because they'll find a way.
I used to
like,
sneak candy into the bathroom. Like my Halloween
At home?
candy. Yeah, because my shower, when I was in the
I think
shower,
everybody probably
that
did
was
that.
the one time nobody was gonna fuck with me.
Yeah.
Like if I was in my bedroom, anybody could walk in at any time.
Yeah.
My room was in the middle of the house, you know. So
Uh-huh.
no matter which way somebody was going, they were always walking by my room.
Yeah.
So I would just take like a couple like full size Tootsie Rolls in the bathroom, you know,
Yeah.
just throw one in my mouth, start washing my hair
That's great.
because it was like my candy time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd flush the wrappers like a gentleman, get rid of the evidence.
And then you
There
grew
you
up
go.
and just started masturbating instead of eating candy in the shower.
yeah, there was definitely an age where that switch,
switch
I'd
happened. It
stopped
had
caring
to.
about
Was there
candy.
ever like an overlap, you know, like you were
Yeah,
masturbating,
masturbating-
and eating candy,
Yeah.
just like Tootsie Rolls in the mouth and
Yeah.
a Tootsie
I
Roll
mean,
in
yesterday, but not really.
Hiding from the missus.
No, luckily, if I masturbate, it's because the missus isn't here. If I ask for sex, it's not hard, you know?
Yeah.
It just happens.
Yeah, of
But
course.
yeah, if I'm alone, that's when I jerk off. It's not
Yeah, of
because
course.
I'm depraved. It's because.
No, I know. I'm joking.
hand. Well,
But
like,
there has been times where she's like obviously not in the mood.
Mm,
Where I'll like go turn on the shower and just rub one out real quick like a gentleman.
like a gent.
Yeah. Because I'm horny. Like, it's either that or I'm going to rub my dick on her and bug her. She's trying to sleep.
also, there's
dick
something
butter.
about just like getting it done by yourself that sometimes is very satisfying. You're like, I know I have a human who can do this for me, but you know, I just want to watch some really disgusting porn and just get it done myself.
What kind
you
of
know?
porn do you like?
Oh God,
I feel like that's more acceptable, that whole mindset, if you're a woman.
really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. It's
Because women's sexuality is like, yay. Men's sexuality is like, gross.
Well,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like I live with 3 dudes, you know. Like I'm so used to this shit. If you can avoid
Have you
it,
caught one of them jerking off yet?
no.
I imagine you
Granted-
walking in with Trevin wearing full headphones like this and a VR
And the
setup.
VR, I was
just
gonna
beating
say.
it on the couch.
I've been nervous about that. I'm
bet.
not gonna lie. Especially like there was one night when I was getting home from work and I the blinds were fucking open
Right.
and the lights were on and Trevin was standing there in the living room in just his underwear with the VR headset on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, what the fuck am I walking into?
Oh,
Turns
no.
out he had just taken some fucking acid and he's like higher than giraffe
It was
titties.
hot.
He was like higher than giraffe titties in his underwear playing fucking VR games. Like
It was so hot. He
peeking.
took
Oh,
his
dude.
clothes off. I've been there.
Yeah.
I like
yes.
to be naked under a blanket when I'm on a lot of drugs.
There you
Like
go.
on a high dose, that's like the only comfortable way. Because then you can hang a leg out as like a regulator,
Yeah.
pull you off a little
Yep.
bit.
That's the key. I do that every night, whether I'm
Oh,
high
yeah.
or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I sleep naked. Yeah,
Oh,
Do you?
obviously. Yeah,
I don't.
You don't?
I wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt, dude. That's how I'm most comfortable.
I can't do it. I used to.
My
used
shit
to,
gets wrapped up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I sleep like a savage.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, no, most people do sleep naked. I think I'm the weird one, but
Agreed.
I just, oh yeah, I'm like I feel more vulnerable. I'm like uncomfortable that way.
You just gotta
Interesting.
get Cat
Well, I
to be
have
the
dogs.
big spoon, you know, make you feel safe.
Yeah, I also have
It's like-
dogs
And guns.
and a shotgun next to the bed. Like, what's more demeaning than getting shot by a guy dick out?
That's
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That would
And I'm gonna
Fair
have
enough.
a fucking murder boner.
that would be bad.
a war
Murder
boner.
A murder boner. There's the clip. I'm gonna have a murder boner.
I don't know if that was clip worthy. I mean, usually I
mean,
try to highlight the guest,
It could. Oh yeah, that's true.
but
well,
they have to say something funny. That's the
yeah,
thing,
that's
Dave.
yeah. Have I said anything funny yet? I'm not sure.
have we laughed?
I don't know. I'm kind
Just
of
kidding.
just like
I'm
Nobody's
absorbed
hit the hype button.
No.
Nobody's like broke the meter of
Oh
funny.
dude, this has not been very funny. It's just been informative.
Yeah.
Well, it's been real inside baseball. Like,
Yeah, but that's
and-
what we do. I mean,
Yeah,
what else are we
especially with
supposed to talk
comics.
about other than what we know? And this is one subject. That's why comics like hanging out with other comics, because we can sit here and bullshit about comedy all fucking day.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
we care more about comedy than what 90% of the population wants to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Like, when people come at me with politics, I'm just like, please. Like,
Oh my god, no.
I don't know what your opinion is, and honestly, I'd prefer to leave this conversation the same way. Like,
Yeah.
If I don't have to learn about everything you believe in right now, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that it actually got to that point with Max last night. Like he was just going on a fucking tangent about politics. And I was
Tighten
like,
up!
dude,
Shit like that.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. I started zoning out. I was just like, I don't want to do this right now. Like, I'm on way too much caffeine and just so excited to get home.
His
that,
voice
like,
is so high.
yeah. No, it was a fun drive, dude. Like, I didn't realize I was gonna bond with Max that hard, but you know
Yeah.
what? He's we're like buddies now, I think.
He's good.
He's gonna watch this and be like, no, we're not.
That's hilarious. He's not gonna watch this.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna say, but he might.
Yeah.
He's adorable like that.
Just kidding, dude. I think some of our friends listen.
Yeah.
Most of our listeners are from out the country.
Yeah,
Really?
Not most.
I was gonna say.
Recently, we just got a lot of listens in Ohio. Shout out.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Ohio.
Yeah, maybe Patrick Montine's advertising you guys out there. I don't know.
Probably
Who
not.
knows?
Yeah.
We have people with like random last names, and then our numbers in some country will shoot up like crazy. We had Evan on. His last name's Stambler, and then we got a bunch of listens in the Netherlands. No clue.
That's a Netherlands
So random.
name.
I have no idea, but
Dutch.
I don't know how else to explain it.
Yeah.
We've gotten like 4 listens from there since then, but we got a bunch on that one.
I mean, like, Evan's pretty and blonde and blue-eyed. Maybe that has something to do with the Netherlands. I don't really know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Evan. He made both of those pieces of art over there. Yeah.
Sweet.
He's an artiste.
An artiste. Seen some.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Anything funny happen recently?
Recently, probably. I don't fucking know. Oh, I did buy a wedding dress recently.
That's
Oh, yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, so I was searching for a wedding dress. I heard there was one at Goodwill, so I went to Goodwill. There was only one there. I went and tried it on. It was like the perfect shape. It basically fits me, and I got it for $20 less than the tag price.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
definitely not getting married, but it is for my Halloween costume, so...
You're gonna fuck it up, huh?
Oh, I am. I have actually a bottle of spray paint in my backpack
Is it red?
right this moment for... It's not red. No. Everybody's like, so you're
Oh,
gonna
is
go
it
crazy.
black?
It's a grayish blue.
So you're gonna
I-
paint the whole thing?
Not the whole thing, no.
You're gonna make it look all worn,
Yes.
ghosty.
Yeah, I mean, with the color of my hair and a wedding dress, if you know anything about Tim Burton, you can figure out what I'm gonna be.
Right,
Gotcha.
right.
Yeah, I wasn't even really thinking about doing like a costume this year, and then I got put on that variety show, and I'm like, if I don't do a costume on stage, like who the fuck am I? You know?
Especially
Yeah,
at a
So-
drag show.
Yeah, exactly. And it's called like the Durango Horror Story Haunted House, so I'm like, well, I should probably get dressed up. I
Yeah, that's
asked
a good one.
I asked Bailey like if he was gonna dress up, and he's like, no. I was like, well, I am, but
Maybe.
you know.
See, there's masculine tendencies.
What?
Bailey's got some feminine tendencies, but also some masculine tendencies, like not wanting to dress up.
Oh, yeah.
That's some dude shit.
That is
like,
dude. Why is that dude shit? I
Because
don't
I
get
hate dressing up,
I hate dressing up.
Why? Why?
especially if
I
you
don't-
put shit on my face like makeup.
Oh, okay. So like,
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna touch it. I'm an
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
I'm not trained
ruin
not to
it.
like. Yeah, I'm gonna fuck it all up.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna touch shit with the makeup on my hands.
Yeah, but then we destroy things.
well, if the
I'm a
makeup's
monster,
like coming
Emma.
off on your hands, they're using the wrong makeup. But like, I don't know. I've been trying to get Christopher to want to dress up with me this whole time. I'm like, dude, like you could be. I'm gonna be the corpse bride, basically. And so I want him to be like Johnny Depp's character. And I'm like, it would be so easy. We just put you in a suit, slick back your hair, and I just like put dark circles under your eyes and make you a little bit whiter than you are. And he just has not been into it. And I'm like, please, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Just make him do it.
I
That's
don't think I
impossible.
can make him do anything, you know? Like he definitely
You can shame him into it.
yeah.
My girlfriend makes me feel bad if she really wants me to do something. Not like direct, you know,
Yeah.
like slowly more and more guilty about it. And then I'm
Yeah.
like, is it really that big of a deal? Fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
But again, yeah, you're not putting shit
No,
on my
well,
face.
no, I'm saving
That's
that
the cutoff.
guilt trip. I'm working on it currently with him. And that's
Even if
that's
he wore
for
a
something.
suit and fucking slicked back his hair,
Also, he
that'd be
looks-
something.
He looks stunning in a suit. It's amazing. We went to a wedding together, and like
Yeah,
the
I
whole
saw the
time I was
pictures.
just like, God damn,
We have
dude.
different taste in men.
Yeah, apparently it's okay.
I'm
You
more
don't
into
have
the
to find him
Nazi
attractive.
youth, like Jacob Jonas look. you
Oh,
know?
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that. Jacob Jonas is a little bit twinky, you know, so it
Right,
makes
right.
sense.
And then there's something about Drew. It's like who's the
I-
bottom? You know.
You
what I mean?
know,
Yeah.
I
He's the
don't
thumb up the
totally
butt.
get the Drew Mitchell obsession. I'm sorry. I mean, Drew is a handsome dude, but like when everybody's like, he's the hottest male comic in Durango, I'm like, what? Okay, I don't know. Maybe
Who is Max?
No.
Max is too cute to be hot.
It's
Yeah, like
true.
I
Feels
would,
like a sex crime.
yeah, for sure.
Feel like
Hottest-
you're fucking a kid.
Hottest male comic in Durango.
If we're in Cortez, it's Dave. Dave's a Cortez 10.
Why is that?
I don't know. You said somebody called you hot in Cortez.
Oh yeah, Jill told me that.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
Well, I
would
you know, former Durango comics, I would have to say Elliot Weber.
don't do that.
what?
I mean, he's not gonna listen anyway, but don't boost his ego.
No, I'm
Nobody
serious.
needs
I
that.
actually I had like a big crush on Elliot Weber for a while there. Back in the day, I say back in the day, it was like a little over a year ago. But
Well, in Corona times, that is back in the day.
yeah, dude, it feels like 20 years ago.
Feel old. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long
Fucking
time since life was normal.
Yeah, dude. Fucking
Granted, like
over it.
back in the day, I had a crush on I think all of the comedy dudes just because I was like, they do stand up. This is cool. You know, this was before I was doing comedy, and then I realized you guys were a bunch of nerds.
Just
So
fucking terrible people.
yeah, terrible people, just giant dorks, just pretending to be cool. It's fine.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Baumforth might be the best of us, and he's just a hell of a person. Just,
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
I
He'll do
think he's a
anything
good
for
dude.
you.
I agree. Yeah, he's helped me many times.
He's the man.
We need to have him back on here.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm always
we
down.
should do a. Since you're leaving, we should do like our good friends fucking reunion tour of our guests. You know what I mean? Try to get one like whoever our favorite guests that we had good chemistry with. Try to get them back in before you leave.
I
and just
want to
knock
do
out some
another one.
bangers.
I would like to do another one with Drew and Max.
Me too.
Drew and Max part 2.
Agreed. Yeah, they balance each other out well.
Yeah, that was a good one.
surprises me, honestly.
Really?
I don't know. I just feel like Drew and Max is kind of like oil and water, you know?
That's
like,
why it's fun.
Oh, okay. That
Yeah.
works. I mean,
Yeah, then you get every ingredient. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You get oil, water, shit, and then gold.
Cold. Okay.
what an
I'm gonna
interesting-
say I'm more like hamburger. I'm like
Hamburger.
cheap protein.
Yeah,
I'm an
I'd agree
ingredient.
with that.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
cheap. That's true.
But at least there's some protein. It's not all fat. Yeah.
I'm all fat, dude. What can I say? I like beer.
Yeah. So I drink so much beer.
I drink a lot of heavy beer.
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, you're drinking Bud Light.
It's affordable, and it doesn't hurt you to share. You know what I mean? Financially,
Yeah, fair enough.
because
That's true. Every
all
time
my
I give
friends
somebody
want beer.
yeah. Every time I give someone a beer, it's like, here's $2.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Every time I give somebody a beer, I'm like
50 cents.
50, 75 cents. Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a craft beer phase, and people would like my roommates would come and just steal my beers, and I was like, dude, that was a fucking $14 6-pack, and then I realized like that wasn't financially responsible, you know. So I
Fuck them
started,
for taking your beer.
dude,
There's rules.
yeah, it pissed me off, cause I worked in the liquor industry for like 3 years, and so I would get a lot of like hookups for being good at what I did, and there was at one point where I got this like Tupperware tub full of like singles of beer from different like reps and shit, and so it was like. I mean, it was a tub like this big, completely filled with just
Proper.
a shit ton of different singles from like all kinds of different craft
Jadrian
breweries.
drank them all in 2 nights.
Well, so I like kept the thing in my room and I kept the door to my room closed. And then one night I'm at work and it's a fucking slow ass night. So I'm like watching people's Snapchat stories. And one of my friends is like posting videos of my best friend / roommate like in my room with my case of beer, like. And anyway, I come home and there's like 25 fucking cans just empty. Like they like literally had a party with all of my like free beer that I got as a reward for doing a good job. And
when you shoot
I
bitches.
almost
Sluts.
burned the fucking house down, man. I was
I'd have been
livid. I was so pissed. There were certain beers
Disrespect.
too that like it was just the one can
Yeah.
that they had of that kind that I was like saving to try, you know, like
Right.
in the shower or whatever.
Shower
And
beers.
Shower beers are important. That's been the hardest part about getting sober, man, is like every time I go to take a shower, I'm like, I need something, and you know, I don't know what that replacement is gonna be. Maybe
Cold brew.
Those help for me.
Yeah,
The ginger ales.
yeah.
Root beer helps me a lot when I'm trying not to drink beer. Root beer actually helps.
Interesting.
Because there's so much sugar in it.
Yeah.
I try to go sugar free, but yeah.
Yeah.
Those have like a bite. I don't know.
I don't know. It just tastes like aspartame to me, but I'm like okay with it.
It's
know?
not aspartame. It's stevia.
Oh, okay. It just tastes like artificial sweetener, but I'm like not mad at it.
Fair
I
enough.
actually like when I first started the whole sober October thing, I like was in quarantine and I started making these really good mocktails with like club soda, lime juice, and grenadine. It was pretty good because it like hit that satisfaction of like feeling like I was drinking alcohol, but there wasn't actually alcohol in it, and I was just counteracting it with like getting way too high to function, and it helped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been smoking a lot of weed. Hey. Nice. I really have to pee. Do you guys want to take a break?
Sure, man.
Sure.
All right. We're going to take a break. Closing statements.
No.
Closing statements. I don't know.
Wake up, hey, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, wake up, hey, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, wake up, hey, wake up. Let the sun hit your ass. It's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day.
So, Emma, you used to be a whore. Tell us about it.
I
See, it's
did.
way less funny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so you guys have heard that joke that I've done about like the body count thing, and
I was a whore for sure.
oh yeah, but I mean, being a female whore is like stigmatized or whatever. But yeah,
Or is it empowering?
I'm so over people being like being a whore is empowering. Like I did not feel empowered. I mean, I told myself that I felt empowered when I was being a gigantic slut, but really I was just like, this is very like empty and unfulfilling. And
Were you sad?
yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
so
but aren't you
I got like
looking for the one? You know what I mean? When you're
like,
out there fucking off, like fucking around.
sometimes-
That's what I was
sometimes.
doing, And if I found out they weren't, I was like, all right, I'm gonna fuck them once or twice, and then we're gonna get out of this.
yeah, I mean, I definitely had like some of those people who were just like my steady booty calls,
Oh, reliable.
But like I also shouldn't have been like I had that thought in the back of my head frequently where I was like, maybe they're gonna be like the person, but who the fuck meets their person at the Roadhouse on a Tuesday night wasted as fuck? You know what I
People that
mean?
smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's why I like Christopher so much is because I didn't meet him at the Roadhouse. And he's like the first person I had sex with for the first time stone cold sober in like 6 years or something like that.
Damn.
That says something.
Yeah, yeah. Like everybody else that I've had sex with since my first fiance, like every single one of them I was drunk.
First fiance.
Yeah, I've been engaged twice.
Let's
What?
talk about that.
Yeah.
That's
so,
way more interesting than you being a slut.
Yeah.
How
I
old
think-
were you the first time?
I was 19.
How long were y'all together for?
3 years.
Where'd you live?
So this was
What
in
was your
Taos.
address?
I don't remember. I lived in some shitty little apartment. So yeah, we were together for 3 years. We'd been friends for a while before that. He was 9 years older than me, so he was
Sugar
20.
daddy.
He was 28 when I was 19.
Red
Was
flag.
he poor?
He was.
Shitty
He was.
apartment.
He
Yeah,
was super
got it.
poor. He didn't have an apartment. He lived with his parents.
Oh my god. Emma.
Yeah, no, it gets better. It gets so much better. He was like a hip hop DJ and graffiti artist, and he made wire raps.
Oh my god.
I think the reason I was like drawn to him in the first place is because I was going through my raver kid phase at that point in my life,
yeah.
and he was like a well-loved DJ in town, and that was. Like
Attractive.
19-year-old brain was like, if I am like with him, I like own him, and therefore I like get the cool points for being with him, you know? What I didn't realize I should have realized it, but he was totally fucking psychotic, you know? He did make me like my engagement ring from scratch. It was a wire wrapped like silver and ruby ring. I wish I
Cheap
still had
ass.
it, but after that relationship ended, I scrapped it and sold it.
Dude.
Well, I mean, so the thing is like, yeah, so we were together for like 3 years, and towards the end it was bad. Like he didn't let me have a job or see my family or didn't let me leave the
What?
house.
Sounds like
I wasn't
cult
allowed
leader.
to have a cell phone or social media. I wasn't allowed to wear red lipstick, which is like my
Jesus.
signature color.
Yeah.
Like
you
the
know?
most insecure fuck ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, at one point in the relationship, he actually like held a loaded gun to my face because he was upset that I had slept with somebody before our relationship even started. Like,
Oh my god.
yeah,
Super insecure.
Yeah,
Small dick.
Well, it was average. He didn't like blowjobs, which should
What
have been
a
like a
bitch.
sign. I know, but I was
Dude's
so
a red
young.
flag factory.
Yeah, I was young and very insecure and like had a lot of like issues with myself, so I kind of like tolerated a lot of treatment.
blowjobs?
I know, and I like tried to convince him to like blowjobs because I like giving blowjobs. You know, you don't become a whore at any point in your life if you don't like giving blowjobs. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I was a whore, but
Yeah.
But
Well,
we
fair
all
enough.
know.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
There's
curious
one
about
dick,
your
Dave.
blowjob game though, Brian.
weak.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, not a lot of enthusiasm.
Blowjob game week.
Sweet. Yeah. So anyway, that
Damn,
that
this guy's crazy.
this engagement all ended because I found out he was fucking using heroin the whole time we were together.
Yeah.
I should have realized,
Dave
but
can
I was
relate.
like definitely in denial about it. But how I found out, this is the best part of the story, I think. My brother was like super into this girl at the time, and like she was notoriously disgusting, and I told him that, and he was like, "No, but she's so sweet, like she's got a good heart." And I'm like,
Just a real whore.
yeah, she was a disgusting slut. But anyway, so he gave her a ride. I shouldn't slut shame. I take it back. He gave her a ride one day. She was like trying to run errands or some shit. And so she needed to go to like the parking lot at Albertsons, which should have been a sign. But he dropped her off.
The parking lot
And was
at
like,
Albertsons.
yeah, he was like waiting for her, and he saw her go and get into my car with my fiance and suck his dick and then get heroin and smoke it with him. And then my brother told me, and I was fucking livid. But the thing is, it's like I was so in love with this guy. Like I wasn't even mad about the cheating. I was just pissed about the heroin.
He got
you know?
his
Wait,
dick sucked.
so he just didn't like your blowjobs.
Apparently, yeah, you know?
Yeah, because he went and did it.
You'd think a junkie would be way less controlling. Like,
Yeah.
I'd want you to be distracted. Have
Yeah.
a cell phone. Be on Facebook all
Right.
day. Social media.
I don't think
Oh,
he was
well,
like, I'm
I-
over here.
He was scared that I was like fucking other people behind him. I remember
that's
one
obvious.
day he came into my
Yeah.
work and like flipped out because I was showing a male customer where to find the
Your
luggage
tits?
and
Oh.
like no, I wasn't even showing my tits. I wasn't even that.
Showed him where to put his luggage. I
This
don't know
kid
what
was
that
like
means.
17 years old too,
Hmm.
and he was like freaking out about it, and I was like 20 at the time. But yeah, so anyway, my brother found out that my boyfriend at the time was doing heroin, and I like had this long talk with him, and I was like, dude, you just need to quit this shit. I'm not even mad that you like cheated on me, like just quit the heroin. 2 days later, the exact same shit happened, like down to my brother giving this
Blowjob.
chick
Yeah.
a ride, and then I ended it. And that was a nightmare. He stalked me for like 3 months. I ended up just like secretly moving to Albuquerque overnight and like haven't seen him ever
the way to do
since. Yeah, but
Whoa.
Anyway, as far as I hear, he's
What
not
was
on
his
heroin.
name?
Chris.
Chris, if you're listening, don't fuck with our girl, bruh.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay. I'll murder him. It's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
the second fiance was not as bad, but still pretty bad. He proposed during sex.
tight move.
Yeah,
Tight
yeah.
move.
Never heard
See,
that
that's
one.
big dick energy right there. The other guy's small dick energy.
Yeah.
How was the second guy?
The second guy?
Because let's face it, they're both your exes.
Yeah,
how's his
neither of them are very good people.
Length and girth.
You know,
That's all Brian cares about.
Yeah,
I want to know how
look,
crazy he is.
He
this one-
proposed during sex.
Yeah, he's psycho.
That's big dick energy.
Let's just say he was like 6'7",
Black.
and so like the length and girth of the dick was
Match the body.
Yeah, for sure.
Kid had a piece on him. Yeah.
He did. He did. He was also covered in tattoos, which like to me was very attractive at the time. But
No, yeah.
he had terrible teeth, and that's coming from me, you know. So
I've never looked at your teeth and been like, terrible teeth.
Yeah, no,
no,
me
okay,
neither.
well that's good. I do have terrible teeth, but that's genetic, and I can't do much about it.
When I
so.
see some people's teeth, I'm like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, but you're not one of those people.
Sweet. That's actually really good to hear because it's the thing I'm most self-conscious about, and I
Hmm.
feel like everybody notices.
Really?
But yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Was this
No.
guy insecure about his teeth at all?
No, weirdly.
Oh, good
and
for
he
him.
was also like notoriously the guy with super
Was
bad
he a criminal?
breath. Yes, he was.
Sounds like criminal.
Yeah, he was a fucking alcoholic and a coke addict, and I got into that.
So
with
what
him
did he
for a
do
while.
criminally?
Oh God, he robbed a lot of things, and
Were you fucking Joey Diaz? Sorry.
no. I don't know. He
So
had
Albuquerque, New Mexico,
yeah, he was in
6'7".
Albuquerque. Yeah.
tattoos, bald.
No, He had a good head of hair. He was just, I mean, so we had known each other since I was like 16, and we were friends, and we also had that kind of like will they won't they thing going on. And then he got together with this chick, and then I immediately after he got together with this chick, I actually got together with the first fiance. Right after I broke up with the first fiance, I moved to Albuquerque, ran into this guy who I knew from high school, and we started hooking up, and like after hooking up 2 times, we actually moved into a place together as roommates. And that's when I lived in the punk house in Albuquerque, which was a whole shit show. I have stories for days about that place. But we lived with like 7 other people in this shitty rundown house like downtown Albuquerque with a bunch of punk kids staying on the couch all the time. It was
gross.
It was gross, yeah. There was like a heroin addict / tattoo artist living in the basement, and like he paid rent and tattoos. That's how I have some of these pieces of shit on my body.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Second fiance, I mean, he was okay for a while. His thing like that really drove me crazy, and part of why I broke up with him in the end is because he just like had such a victim complex, you know what I mean? Like, my life has been terrible, so like it's just always gonna be terrible. And
Well, yeah,
like,
you're a terrifying giant.
yeah. Well, I just like I have had a hard go of shit in life, and I don't let that like define the rest of my life. And he was so like, I just want to like be depressed all the time. I was like, you know, like there's good shit happening right now. And he's like, everything's garbage always.
I could not be around that person for more than 2 minutes.
And
dude.
like he was also one of those people like where nobody around him was allowed to like have a bad day because his day was always somehow so much worse, you know, or you'd be like,
what
yeah,
a little bitch.
he was a
dude.
bitch. Well, and
Sounds
then
like
also
small dick energy again.
yeah, also I mean he did like almost murder me once, so that was like
With his dick?
On accident?
no, very much on purpose. He strangled me and I almost
With
died.
his dick?
No, not with his dick. I mean, a couple times, but that was, you know, totally
Voluntary.
different context.
Dang.
Signed off on that.
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it was on Thanksgiving, actually.
Was
and
he hammered?
He was. We would get drunk and fight a lot.
Things get tough during the
lot.
holidays, too.
And then after I dumped him, I kicked him out of the state because he's the reason I ended up in Durango, actually. We were trying to flee some warrants of his, so we left New Mexico together and like initially moved to Louisiana, and we're staying at my dad's place, and neither
Sounds
of
like
us
a
could
terrible
find
idea.
jobs, and my best friend was living here, and she was like, why don't you guys just move to Durango? Like, I've got space for you. So he came out here first, and I stayed in Louisiana for a while and like went to New Orleans and was like, I might end this relationship and like move to New Orleans. But I was still in love, so I followed him out to Durango, which I'd only been to once before on a field trip in the 5th grade. Like,
Right.
followed him out here, didn't really want to, and then I ended up falling in love with the place, and he hated it and just talked about it all the time. How I broke up with him, he was like, I fucking miss New Mexico, and I miss my friends, and I fucking hate this place. And I was like, go. Get the fuck out of my house and go back to New Mexico. I
Anybody
don't
that
want
says
you.
I miss New Mexico, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get the fuck
Peace.
away from me.
No
like,
more than-
how do you?
yeah.
Who misses New Mexico?
No more than 1 minute, no.
The only people who like New Mexico are people who move there from like out of state later in their life. Like people who grew up. I don't know. I do have friends who still live in Taos and don't ever want to leave.
Taos is different. Taos is like the Colorado of New Mexico.
Yeah,
It's fucking
yeah.
gorgeous. Angel fire too.
Ugh,
Super
see,
pretty.
I don't.
mean,
see
it's
that,
ritzy and fucking snooty as shit.
but it's like snooty hippies, which somehow is so much worse. than
no,
just, like,
snooty
normal
hippies piss me off so much.
They're
like,
the worst.
bitch, you stink.
Yeah.
Do you even know what you're talking about right now?
They're like
I can
dri-
smell you from here.
They're driving a Tesla, but then like they don't shave their armpits and they look like they haven't bathed in a month. And I'm just like, what is wrong?
And I know I've said this before, but batteries don't come out of thin air. You know, they're conflict minerals, like out of war-torn countries.
Yeah.
Like batteries are gnarly as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Electric cars aren't the end-all be-all. Like
Yeah.
it's not like harm-free. Like slaves, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like very likely.
Yeah.
Batteries like diamonds. You know,
Fuck yeah.
they
I'm
pull the
acting
shit out of the ground, and yeah, people suffer pulling shit out of the ground. Have you seen The Rundown? I watched it last night. Christopher Walken's The Rock.
I don't know.
That's a weird combination of people.
It's awesome. Yeah, Christopher Walken's is the bad guy. But
yeah.
yeah. But Christopher Walken's is like the
It's Walken,
owner of
dude.
a
It's just
Walken.
Yeah,
Walken.
it's not a plural.
Christopher Walken, whatever. He's like the
I gave you 3 tries.
He owns a diamond mine. So
That sounds fucking familiar. I probably have seen it.
That's what I was
I
thinking.
like a lot of his
Yeah.
movies.
high shit. But yeah, batteries not great.
That
But yeah.
was bad.
And snooty hippies.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Dude, fuck them. And God, that was one of the biggest reasons I think I hated Taos the most is like people would get all uppity at me for like using a microwave, but then like, I don't know. It was a lot of
That's
hypocrisy.
kind of how I feel about Durango.
Yeah, no, I actually was talking with Max about this last night. Like just some of the shit in Durango, like with, you know, like I work with these kids who are like 19, 20, you know, and they're like very clearly coming from money, but acting like they're not. Like, I'm just like struggling so hard. And I'm like, you drive a brand new fucking car that your parents gave you. They're paying your rent and your fucking bar tabs. Like, I think that it's really not that bad, you know?
Yeah.
I work with this rich 18-year-old that thinks he's a gangster, and
Oh, God.
it makes me want to pummel him, like, aggressively. His
She
name's
just-
Devin. He's a little bitch.
Devin with the Y.
Oh, God.
He's a little bitch.
I bet if you go like this to him, he'll fall over. Just because he's a little bitch. Like
I just gotta not be. I just can't let myself get to that point. Like,
no, just do that. Be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And then just watch him fall.
I don't want to do that. Yeah.
My
Well, you
favorite
should
thing
do it by
is
the
like,
grill or by
Yeah,
the
then-
fryer.
Yeah, I was about to say, whenever I like have issues with a coworker, all I can think about is
Pushing
like,
them in the fryer.
yes, dunking their head into the fryer. It's my favorite thing to fantasize about.
So hot.
I had a coworker over the summer who like I wanted to dunk her head in the fryer so bad, and I got close a few times. I wanted to push her in there. I'm really happy she's gone.
Did she give you a murder boner?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Like this chick had a lot of like attitude problems in the sense that she thought she was really amazing at her kitchen job and she really wasn't, and like acted like she was significantly better than all of us when she like really wasn't. Like there was one night where we had like 200 tickets come in a 5-hour shift, which is, you know, substantial, and we were kind of in the weeds. And you know, at the end of the night when we were closing, and I was like, I'm actually pretty impressed that it was only 30-minute wait times on a 200 ticket night. And she's like, you know, I'm just saying, like, I used to run a line like this by myself and like had no problems and didn't have waits like this. I just think that
Jesus.
like it was bad leadership on your behalf tonight. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And after that, I was like, nope. Fuck this shit. Fuck this bitch. And then, you know, it would take her 20 minutes to put out one fucking plate of fries. And I was like, well, and then I would just like under my breath, 200 tickets.
Yeah. A little bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway.
How old is she?
She's like 23 or
Oh,
something.
okay.
Yeah.
So she's just a cunt then.
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah,
She's genuinely just a cunt.
Natural
like,
born Karen.
Yeah. It was great too because like she would try and flirt with Christopher in front of me and he would just like brick wall immediately, and I was just like, God, I picked a good one.
Those girls have to do that. Like, from like comedy, like girls that would flirt with me regularly. And then I clearly got with Kelly, you know what I mean? Like, we'd be sitting together, fucking holding hands and shit.
Yeah.
And girls would come up and like try to flirt with me. And Kelly's like, I'm gonna fucking murder that bitch.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't give her anything though, did I? Like,
Yeah.
I was fucking Stonewall, babe.
Well, the best part is like she had no reason to be trying to flirt with Christopher aside from just like trying to piss me off, and he also hated her, so it was just like,
What
no,
a whore.
I'm not about this shit at all. Yeah, she put in her 2 weeks because she like got another job and then like didn't even get to go work that job, and it just kind of made
That's
me
awesome.
happy. I shouldn't be that petty, you know, like, but I like to see people who are shitty just suffer, you know.
If you're a shitty person, yeah, I don't really feel bad when bad things happen to shitty people.
No.
Like,
Agreed.
I feel so bad when bad things happen to good people and great people. Like, I'm empathetic to the max, but I'm like the 100% opposite. If you're just a piece of shit and just hateful for no reason, fuck you, man. I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't care really what happens to you.
Yeah, the worst is people that are really nice that I like as people, but they're just shit at their job. Like, when
know.
they
Yeah.
get fired, I'm just like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But
We're-
it still
yeah.
sucks because it's a friend. Like, but at the same time, it's like it's making my life easier that you don't work here anymore. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm going through a lot of that right now at Grassburger. Right meow. Apparently, I miss my kitten. Fuck.
Do I look like a cat to you, son?
You haven't seen your cat all day, huh?
No, not since this morning. But
Wow, hope he's alive.
I don't
just
know,
kidding.
man. He's very dramatic about me not feeding him every fucking hour. So
Wasn't Christopher home?
Christopher was home all day, and then he worked, and I'm gonna have the house to myself tonight. I'm pretty excited about it,
Wonder
or
what
at least the
Really, though.
bedroom to myself. You know.
Oh yeah, you never have
Yeah.
the house to yourself.
Sometimes I did the other night, and it was super nice. Yesterday, dude, oh my god, I got home from work, and I was like, I had an hour window to like get ready for the show and like get.
Masturbate. Yeah.
I didn't even have time for that. It takes me a while to get like all of the goth shit going, you know, like.
Candles
This
and shit.
is like a 10-minute look, and like my show looks like I'm like fucking full face of makeup. It takes like an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah, it takes a while to like put on the fucking face. But yeah, so I was like in the bathroom trying to take a shit, and Trevin comes up to the door and just starts knocking on the door and like trying to talk like Halloween plans with me like while I'm shitting.
Doesn't he have his own bathroom?
He does have his own bathroom, but he wanted to talk to me while I was shitting, and so like he's telling me
This
about
is
the
a grown man.
yeah, he's like
No,
telling
it's
me.
not.
I also had to do the thing because, like, you know, when I'm going into the bathroom and especially to shit, like, I turn the fan on, you know? Like, it's courteous. Nobody wants to hear me poop. And I also don't want to listen to fucking everybody's conversations while I'm pooping.
And the main reason, it removes the smell.
Yes, exactly. You know, it's, God,
Or
thank
its
God for
purpose,
bathroom
rather.
fans, really. But so, like, I had to, like, do the thing where I, like, hover over the toilet and reach across the wall to, like, get the fan and fucking, and, like, turn it off so Trevin can keep talking at me. And I was just like, dude, like, I literally told him at one point, I was like, I'm pooping right now. And he's like, this isn't going to take long. And I'm like, this is not the
Would
time.
have been like, fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have told him to get the fuck away, dude. I'm not ready to talk.
There is
You
certain
need to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I love the man to death. I
Oh.
do think that
All
sometimes
the more
like he
reason to be
doesn't
aggressive.
Agreed.
pick up on certain social cues. Like there was a day
Oh,
that
you think?
there was a day that I was like in the tub like listening to lo-fi with a bottle of fucking wine in there with me. I had had a shitty day and I was just trying to get
And you can tell from outside of the bathroom, like by the music.
Yeah,
and there's
like-
like steam coming out and shit.
Yeah, like, I would-
candlelight.
Yeah, I was having a shit fucking day. Like, I just wanted to decompress and get drunk in my tub, you know? Like, that's sometimes what every female needs after a bad day. Just give them a bottle of rosé and a bubble bath. It saves lives. But anyway, like, Trevin comes in and he's in a fucking mood. And he
In the
starts,
bathroom?
He doesn't come into the bathroom, but he stands outside of the door yelling at me about how I need to, like, do some household chore. And I was like, dude.
You need to
Like,
set some boundaries.
For real, man.
yeah.
That
I-
You
seems
should put a
obnoxious.
sign on the bathroom door that says, don't fucking talk to me in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah.
that.
Seriously, just put that there tonight when you're home by yourself.
Make it kind of aggressive. Yeah, that's not
tape
a bad
it,
idea.
tape it on the door, and then from now on, starting today, he will see that.
Yeah, well,
And
that
he'll
was
see
the
you're
same
serious.
week that he also told Jadrian that he needed to stop masturbating.
What a little bitch. I'm sorry.
No.
Is it because he hears him masturbate?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
that's different.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
I was
That's
like, there's a
disgusting.
reason. Nobody's ever told me to stop
Yeah.
masturbating.
No, that's-
because I do
Yeah,
it like a
okay.
gentleman.
Oh my god,
Like
that's
a ninja.
disgusting. I don't
Okay,
even
but
want
here's
to
the
envision
thing:
it.
is like, so he told
I
Jay
can't stop, can't get out of my head now. Oh.
what the image of Jadrian masturbating.
Yeah, and then Trevin hearing it, like so, he's masturbating so loud, Trevin hears it through the wall, dude. Like that's gross. Go back to jail.
Does
in
he,
hi- in
does he
his
hear
defense-
the porn?
I don't know. So like in his defense, our
Or
walls
does
are not
Jadrian
that
laugh when he masturbates?
thick. Look, man, I will say, like, so when all this happened and Jadrian like went off the fucking rails about it, he had this whole like revenge fantasy planned out of like
Oh,
how
yeah.
he was gonna fuck Trevin over. He never did pull it off, which I'm kind of glad about because I think I would have like lost my place to live, you know. But so anyway, Jadrian was like asking me, he was like, have you ever heard me masturbate? And I was like, not once, man. Like I do watch TV pretty much all the time when I'm in my room. Like my TV is always on, but like I haven't heard Jay masturbate. I've heard both him and Trevin have sex now, which is something I never thought would happen. But
Wow.
here we
Yeah,
are.
I never thought they'd have sex either.
Yeah, not with each other. I mean, honestly, I could see that one happening. They are kind of like a married couple.
Yeah.
They are
you
absolute-
living there is the only thing keeping that from happening all the time.
There was a night that all three of us took Molly together, and shit got a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie. It
What
was
happened?
Yeah.
well, like Trevin.
Tell
and,
us everything
Pulled
about
out
these
his
dates.
Okay. Well, so Christopher was out of town too.
Oh.
Obviously.
And this was when Trevin had a girl, and she was in town. So Christopher was out camping with his family, and me and Trevin and Jadrian, I was like, oh, fuck, you guys, I have Molly. You want to take some Molly? Actually, no, I had already taken some Molly and then decided that I wanted to share with them because I was
how
like,
that goes.
I was high as fuck just chilling in my house, and I was like, I think I need somebody else to be on my level. And then
That's how that
like
goes, yeah, for sure.
I started sharing with Jadrian, and then Trevin was like, wait, you guys are doing Molly without me? And I was like, all right, buddy, come in, let's buckle up. And yeah, we were all just like rolling our fucking faces off, like in our living room, like listening.
These two are criminals.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, like, oh, and then Jadrian invited his baby mama over, and we all just
Terrible
like,
idea.
yeah,
Oh my God.
all of us were just there, like, taking shots. Like, I had just bought Trevin this bottle of, like, $50 tequila, something like that. And we drank that entire thing in that night. And, like, what's the point of drinking when you're on Molly? Because you don't feel it. Like,
Just get hungover more the next day.
yeah, exactly. Work the next day was phenomenal, by the way.
Oh,
Just up
You
till...
had Molly this whole time, and the day you chose to take it was the day before you had to work?
Oh, yeah.
That's
I just fucking life
also-
decisions are always
I've been
well
there.
made. I had started that evening out by drinking. I was like
You
drinking.
got drunk, and you're like, oh, I want to
I
roll.
had a couple
I've done
like
that, too.
shots, and I was like getting a buzz, and I was like, God, I just like want something in my nose. That's what it was. I wanted cocaine,
Yeah.
really, but I was like, oh yeah, I have this Molly. So I snorted the Molly, and then I started feeling really good. I also went into our backyard, which is kind of like a duck pond, open
Yeah.
field area, and I was like doing some witchcraft shit back there, and then had all of these deer flock around me, and I was like, this is a magical experience. Everything feels like magic when you're on drugs. I don't know what the
Yes.
fuck that is. You're like, what?
Drugs are
It's
basically
drugs.
magic.
Yeah. But like weird shit that would never happen in reality happen when you're on drugs, you know?
Sometimes.
Well,
Like,
when are you ever out in the backyard doing witchcraft? When you're on drugs. So you just happen to be out there, and
I
there
can
was
see Emma
wildlife.
doing it sober, too.
yeah, no, absolutely. I do
Oh.
witchcraft in the backyard sober all the time.
I can
don't
see
buy
that.
it.
You don't?
Really?
Do you even own a cauldron?
I don't own a cauldron, no.
See, I'm calling bullshit.
Okay. I don't do like, I'm not fucking Bette Midler and Hocus Pocus,
Well,
if that's
that's-
what you think.
That's all I got.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't watch horror movies. They fuck with me when I'm in
Hocus
the woods on
Pocus
acid.
is not a horror movie.
I know.
It's a
that's
kid's movie.
That's my reference to witches because I
Oh.
don't watch horror movies
oh,
because when
oh.
I'm in the woods on acid, that pops into my head and I don't need
Like,
that shit.
What about
No,
like?
you don't
have
need to be in
have,
the woods
Have
on
you
acid.
watched like American Horror Story, like Coven?
Years and years ago, but no, I don't
Or
play
like
that game.
honestly, when I think about like movies that represent witchcraft and like the most accurate representation of like real witchcraft in movies, I have to say it's The Craft.
I haven't seen it.
What? Dude, that's a classic. You have to see that one at least.
I'm not really into scary shit.
It's not scary. It's about a bunch of fucking teenage girls who play with witchcraft, and Fairuza Balk is like hot and insane. It's amazing.
I don't want to watch anything with hot teenagers. I'm not interested.
I mean,
It was cool when I was a kid. When I was young.
In their defense, they're not actually teenagers. They just play teenagers.
Yeah.
But they're like in their 20s for sure.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
legal. Fine.
Yeah. Well, it was the 90s. That's when they were still using like 25-year-olds to play fucking
schoolers,
high schoolers.
yeah.
I mean, fuck, dude. Sarah Michelle Gellar, when she started playing Buffy, who was like 16 in the first season. I'm literally talking
Shout
about.
out.
I forgot that I was wearing this shirt actually, but she was like 25 years old when she started playing Buffy, who was 16 in the first season.
Yeah.
What a whore.
Yeah. One of the other actresses was 27 when she was playing a 16-year-old. So
Tight.
Yeah, people are all up in arms about this Rudy Giuliani and Borat's daughter scene in the new Borat movie. And it's like, dude, the actress is 24. It's not like people are like acting like he did something creepy with a young girl. Like,
I still haven't seen it.
oh man, you guys got to watch
And
that.
I'm guessing she was enticing him.
Yo, yeah, dude. And like, I mean, really, all she did was like help him put a microphone on. So he's like lifting up his shirt and she's helping him put a microphone on his body. And that's it. And then like people are like,
I heard he was touching his dick.
I mean, I watched it and I didn't see that happen.
I
It
haven't
was
seen yet.
weird. It was weird. It was hilarious that he actually sat down to do an interview with like it was weird. Like I'd watch it. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it again. It was very funny. But yeah, it's like people are acting like the actress was actually 15, but the character was.
That's interesting because like at the same time, those same people will sit down and watch like 3 seasons of Riverdale, which is like literally just like softcore teen porn, except they're not actually teenagers, but like people are so about that shit. It's like 20-something-year-olds playing 16-year-olds having sex with each other, like, and that's fine. I don't know. I don't get it.
It's odd.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Well, Dave's got his glasses on. You guys ready to close this shit?
Yeah.
I was just, I just saw him, so I put him on. But yeah, we can close.
Nice. You got anything to promote, Emma?
Well, aside from the show this weekend, and also
Promote that.
Yeah. So
Again.
Friday the 30th, the night before Halloween, we're doing the Durango Horror Story Haunted House. It's going to be like a variety show with musicians and dancers and me and Bailey Carlson doing comedy, drag queens. It's going to be a fun time. I don't know if there's still tickets available. And, of course, always I'll promote the Starlight mic, even though it's the Starlight mic.
Yeah.
But it's getting colder. People are running out of options.
Oh, also, fun fact of the day. I forgot to tell you guys, fucking Tones is taking over music at the Starlight mic.
No, he told us.
I did know that.
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I think life's about to get a lot more fun.
That means he's going to be DJing the comedy too, probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, and also we don't have to fight for time and space with
Tones will do
with
everything
Tones.
with us.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to deal with Cody anymore too, which will be very nice.
Yeah, fuck Cody. Sorry, we ended the last episode by saying fuck Chris Ariano. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck Chris Ariano for real though.
for real though.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
talked about it last week.
Yeah, you can find everything Emma Z on Facebook, Emma Z Scribe.
Yeah,
And
and Instagram, Psychoscribe.
Yeah.
That's where I do most of my posting. But if you want to see me do random shit posts all the time, follow me on Facebook. It's a shit show.
Yeah, and those will be in the description of the episode. Dave?
Just that David laughs.
Yeah. And follow Comic Uprising for all comedy in Durango. Follow Laugh Therapy to find out when those shows are. This next Thursday, we got a Laugh Therapy.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and we got the Starlight every Tuesday at 7 p.m. You can find us at GLW_podcast on Instagram, Greenlight Weekend on YouTube and Facebook, and greenlightweekend@gmail.com. Shout out to the Whiskey Reel.
Fuck yeah.
And shout out to Ethan Esparza and the Chava people for
Fuck
the
yeah.
intro-outro music. Closing statements?
I got nothing, dude.
Alrighty, I'm done.
Everything with cream cheese, orange juice, break fast. I'm out the door to get the dough, speaking to the masses. Hit the road to do a show, microphone madness. Trip easy, cheap sunglasses, straight passion. My third eye active, watching backpacks lead the show, beeping that shit vocally. Hearing me locally, lyrically, know what I'm supposed to be, and I don't got no fear of me. I'm coming for your brain, homie, coming at you spiritually. Stepped into the game, and I knew that flow was slippery, but check my flow though. Turn the whack news to history. Let them do their thing, instead I put them out their misery, and simply put, just got disconnected. Like my boy Big Money, man, this can't be neglected. Grab the mic and check it, coming up in your direction. Gift that I've been blessed with, this hustle is respected and reckless. Poetic mind on the set list, got the groove to match. Everybody step with, still haven't fulfilled the whole vision yet. Life right now still so picturesque. I'm rocking every stage until I get a bigger check. Even though I hate, wasn't ready for a bigger step. For the trigger next, somebody coming at your neck. I could've died today. That's why I'm smoking cigarettes and got precision set of skills. And imagination, creations, innovating with motivation. I'm chasing my goals, giants that I be racing. I'ma stride through the finish like a 6'5" Jamaican. Beating my chest like, yeah, what my name is. Ink on my chest, what? My homie spray painting. Summer day, smoke, skate, PlayStation. He looking down on me and I can't stay patient. I ain't just trying to say shit. Sit back and face this. Real type, I've been smoking instrumental playlist. Chill in the cut. Now these small places, I ain't getting love now, man. Fuck being famous, yeah, they tell me. It's really hard to make it. They don't understand I love being underestimated. Second guess it and I'll take it that you're undereducated. Anyway, this got me thinking about them old records playing. Why? It's filled with soul and it fills my mind. Tail feather shaking while the rhythm takes flight. What I'm doing wrong, I ain't gonna fake right. I don't get no sleep because the music takes night. Nocturnal life with my basement lights. Just roll some nice, keep my drink on ice. If you don't get it once and you don't hear it twice, moving on this beat right here is out of sight. I'ma stay away